What's up, folks? Welcome back to another session here. So there's quite a lot we have to do. In the previous episode, we pieced out some fools, right? We pieced out Austria. Took us a while because he's allied to Great Britain, which just makes his enthusiasm go through the roof. And yeah. Anyways, pieced him out last episode. And we were hoping, now that I've opened and closed the game, that the coalition disperses. There we go. Life's good. So we have a lot of options now. However, while we're at peace, I am over my overextension. So there's a few things we want to do. One being Brittany. Handing him off this province, which is French, of course. This one is halfway in terms of separatism since we took it, but I need to actually state it up to convert the religion. So we have to be wise with our 2 states remaining. We do have to be wise with them, because I also need to use them to accept culture. But yeah, let's state this up so that I can convert the religion here. So let's do that. Now we want to be handing this stuff off to Ragusa. Thankfully, he did do a nice job coring everything. You know, he's been sitting here with 6 admin. Unlike Brittany, he hasn't had a copious amounts of stuff to core up of late recently. And I'm also thinking about feeding him all of Transylvania, or all of Romania, excuse me, Transylvania as well at a later date. So I think I will give him this stuff as well. So let's see if we can give him all of Wallachia and so on. If he'll fully accept the culture, I hope so. I really, really, really do hope so. Just double checking I'm not making any mistakes, which I'm not. So he's almost entirely overextended now. Is there any reason not to give him that? I think there's no reason not to give him that, so I will. He doesn't have to core that one. Yeah, so that's something I'd be interested in doing, is going in against Moldavia here. We have to be concerned about the fact that we get a truce with the Crimea, because they're 2 allied, and that would prevent me from being able to PU him in the next 5 years or so. Crap, so maybe I shouldn't attack him just yet. Otherwise, we should core the rest of the stuff up, right? Yeah, I have to state up this if I want to sort out the culture there, but we can always unstate the territories as well. I can always unstate this to free up the state slot. Now, looking at our missions, we can finally unite home region. Nice. Let's do that, getting 150 monarch points total, but only 50 of any one particular point. Cool. Now, I've been looking at the Mamelukes, guys. We did intend to diplo-vassalize them, and the distance between borders is massive. So, although we've had some improvements here, like to our relations and so on, I actually increased the distance between borders, kind of unintentionally, by handing off of Greece. So it kind of makes sense how that still feels out of reach. One option I have is to just smash Tunis. Tunis is looking really free right now, and just take some provinces near the Mams. We could diplo-vassalize him with ease, if that was the case. Alternatively, Portugal's looking free. Who's he fighting? Okay, he's fighting out in Southeast Asia. So I think we'll do Portugal. Let's look at our war exhaustion. It's just fine. Let's do Portugal. Let's go. No reason to wait around. And Venice is looking pretty small. He's got his capital in this province. I wonder if we should do a reconquest CB against him over Crete. Great Britain announced us as their rival. God dang it, dude. Well, I'm at war now. I wish I could do that. Return the rivalage. Oh, of course, perhaps I should have spent 200 Diplo to make the English Channel our center of trade. We could train all of our 4 merchants, potentially, to get a bigger piece of the pie here. Train them all through Lubeck. Like, I could send this one to Rhineland. So we could go, for example, Wien, Rhine, Lubeck, English Channel. That means we could have our light ships in the English Channel, but I don't have many. We're only at 10% here. That's not much. See, if I had Brittany's land, that would help. And this, which I intend to give to Brittany. That's right. My bad. We should have done that while we're at peace, upgrading the marketplaces and so on. So, oopsie daisies. We'll do that later. We'll do that after this war. So in this war, I'm taking everything we can see here from Portugal and giving it to Spain for full acceptance. Speaking of full acceptance, guys, at any stage, Brittany should be able to go Empire government rank. Kind of concerning that he's not. Now, peace is also up with Russia. I'm thinking about how much we can do at once. Truce is up with everybody, basically, it looks like. Including Denmark. I think Denmark's going to be easier to deal with. Let's go move out over here. That's something we can do simultaneously. Nice. Sieging down Lisbon without too much difficulty. So I think I will, in this case, actually do occupations, which means it will cost more war score. But I might give the occupations to Spain, we'll see. Hungary is going to fall to these pretender rebels, which means he's going to be free. He's no longer going to be allied to England if he becomes free. So that's something. I'm going to accumulate all of my navy in the spot to allow us to pass if that's what we wish to do. Yeah, and let the war commence here. Friesland's out in the New World for the most part. He shouldn't be that big of a deal. Is this guy struggling with war exhaustion? I don't know why peasants popping up. Alright, otherwise we were actually developing land to help the Enlightenment spread, and I think we've probably... Frick, man. I've actually added everything. Nope, I'm about to add everything now. Here we go. Let's take advantage of this while we have it. The modifier. Okay, that'll do. Yeah, trying to have the enlightenment spread at a faster rate around. I know I've got the edict over in that area. Let's remove it from here and here. Just removing the edict from roughly everywhere so that we're not paying the state maintenance. So it's basically spread to here. I could spend another military point, but I don't wish to. To spread the enlightenment, it won't take long. And I did just about anything I could. I spent points like crazy here, putting the enlightenment down in various different areas, which increases the rate that it spreads to the neighboring provinces, but admittedly, it's pretty slow. It's pretty dang slow. Once it is accepted by Hungary. Why does it do that? Sometimes you click on that tab and it shows you the old stuff. Yeah, once it's accepted by Hungary, it should spread faster, but he's kind of in a crisis, so he's quite poor and not going to accept it. Okay, and we're no longer going to benefit from this development cost modifier. As I begin to remove some of this land. Uh-oh, is this going to cause a problem? I just increased it by 100. That doesn't seem like much. Oh, freaking! I'm so bad. I'm such an idiot removing it from that province. Are you serious, game? It said influenced by 10. That went up way more than 10. Damn it. Gotta sort this out. Okay, Portugal's already in trouble. So the war score to take it is 28. Let's siege down these two. There we go. Alright. Sorted out the situation for now. In terms of ripples spawning. Or a crisis in our country. Okay, so we're already at 20. He's got low enthusiasm. I wonder... Now the thing is, if we take this, that's 42 overextension. We'll be overextended. So that's something we have to watch out for. Nice. We do have 5 states coming along here shortly, and that's good to see. Because, what, is that the last 5 states we'll ever get, or anytime soon? Yeah, Tech 27 will get another 5 states, so... We've got more states available, but we just have to take them into consideration, right? Because I want to be able to state up this, if possible. In England. Wow. Naval force limit has dramatically increased. Cool. Let's take advantage of that. We should have enough transports now. Are you serious? This is freaking frustrating, man. Just siege this dang province down. It's acting like a bottleneck. Alright, thank you. Dang. Just retreating there, trying to play safe so that we don't suffer casualties, but we did really kick his ass. That's good. Okay, nice. This is converted, which means we can now convert the culture. Let's put our dudes back to work, though, in our subjects. There's got to be something they can work. So guys, I'm desperately hoping that Ragusa not cause up, but accepts culture of Romanian. I'm desperately hoping that. Because the plan is to give, basically I wanted to give Ragusa Romanian and Transylvanian. I'm not convinced though, this is developed high. I'm not convinced he'll use his culture groups. I mean, I assume he will. He has the free slots, but there's just no way to make sure. Okay, I think our transports, we have high level transports. I'm just repairing those to make sure they're the most upgraded version. And yeah, this is looking good. I might just go ahead and piece that out. Oh, this is back as well. Okay, I need to remove more from the burgers. I'm just going to go ahead and piece this out. So that we're at peace again. Fairly modest. Fairly modest war. Now we shouldn't need to give the occupations to Spain. Nice, just take what we can get. Now I'm going to hand the provinces off. Woohoo! This is one culture group down, right? It is indeed. And he hasn't caught anything up in a while either. Sitting with that 6 admin, he should have no problem doing this. Only 47 overextension. Boom. Officially. Iberia. Fully accepted, including the islands. Feels good, man. Done. Achieved. What happened here? No, it's not official. We've got to keep an eye on this one. He should. It's his only unaccepted province. It's the same religion. It's stated, right? It's not that it matters, actually. It doesn't need to be stated to convert culture, as far as I know. But he should convert that back. You better, Spain. Now, Brittany is having prestige issues, potentially, but they have the development. I royally effed up the burgers, man. Are you kidding me? How does that even work? The influence is way higher, the burgers. Okay, crap. Let's try to sort that out. Okay, what was I trying to do while we're at peace? Man, I'm having a blank here, guys. Let's build some buildings while I think about it. Aha, we unlocked counting houses. Nice. Let's do this. Investing a lot of money, so let's chill a little bit. I want to be able to build my furnaces where I can. It's trading port. That's what I was thinking about, the trading port. Well, it doesn't help that we have negative 10% trade efficiency now. Okay, so as Ulm, we're collecting in Vienna here. My only concern is that we only have 14% in the English Channel. That's not very good. So that would have helped. And how much is it to upgrade it? It costs it costs 1,000? 1,000 to upgrade again? That doesn't seem too bad. Could cost 3,000 here. Okay, I'll do it. I can't do it here. Cannot upgrade as you already have 4 top level centers in your country. Oh, you can only have 4. Oh, rip. Really? You can only ever have 4. Oh, okay. Well, there we go. I guess if I was going to do it anywhere, it would be there. Alright, so let's see what happens to that next month. It appears as though it was my light ships which were upgraded. 11% went down. Alright. Do I dare make that my center? It should be fine. We could, if it was bad, just use the 10% of that, which is like the 20. Yeah, it should be fine. Let's spend our Diplo points while we're poor, making Holland our trade port. So before we do this, let's look at our trade. It's 120.3. So now we're no longer collecting in Vienna, we're collecting in here instead. 120.3. Let's see how it happens. Boom. Huge jump up. Nice. So there we go, it was worth it. Question is, if we stop collecting in all these areas where we have a lot of influence, will I get more money? If I send it all to the English Channel, it's hard to say. Okay, 151.3. Okay, that is training nicely. There's actually not much wealth in Vienna, it's mostly coming out. That's good. So I can pull much more wealth from the Baltic, but obviously England is going to get most of it, guys. Wow, my trade dropped dramatically. So I think it's better off going from the Baltic to Krakow, and then making sure it's going to Saxony, yep. Rhine, Lubeck, yep. Okay, I can't remember what it was, guys. 150.3, something like that. Yeah, that was worse. That was worse. Pretty much, anytime we stop collecting in all these areas, it's just worse, basically. So much more wealth in the English Channel now, though. It's actually worse than what it was originally as well, so we're going to go ahead and collect again. But what we need is more control over the English Channel, and that's, you know, our light ships weren't doing anything either, so we have to keep that in mind. And we will get more control of the English Channel, for sure. We will, upon smashing Great Britain, which is one of our priorities. Okay, so that, I believe, is what we were going to do while we're at peace. It's time to get back to war. So the question is, who exactly? I'd like to smash him. I'd also like to go into Tunis to give Ragusa Empire government rank. My concern with Ragusa right now is he doesn't have enough to core up. So we could do this while we can. Take out Genoa as well, no problem. I'm gonna have to pull my navy around, it looks like. Okay, so the Enlightenment has spread to Ghent, but nowhere else apart from that. It's so slow. Feels bad, man. I tried to make it go quickly as well. Nice, now that my navy's coming around in this direction, it can help us transport around. There's no disputed successions tab at the moment. Okay. I need one stack around here to deal with rebels when we remove the burgers. Because this is just unacceptable right now. Apparently the burgers influence is royally effed up. Like, real bad. But we paid the price to get the cheaper development cost, right? Briefly. Alright, so we gotta watch that tab of the crisis imminent coming. So let's check the war exhaustion of our subjects. Oh, Kiev is quite bad. California, Florida. So some of them are struggling a bit, unfortunately. Toughen up, guys. They don't have the same modifiers that we do, like the Defender of the Faith, which gives us negative ticking. So I'll trade out now. Yeah, trade is better than ever before, so let's just look at it positively. The fact that we stopped collecting in Ven lets a lot of this trickle through to other areas that we're collecting, and we're collecting the 18% of the huge number there in London, the English Channel. Entering the final age here shortly. Now, naturally, this is going to be taken and given to our Italian eventually. We are supposed to own an Italian, and I'm starting to stress, guys, because we're running out of time. That's what I want here. And he's close to accepting that. Let's go out to Cyprus, where there's a fort. Wow, what? How did Hungary fight his... Is he just genuinely fighting it and doing fine? Did I overestimate them? These pretender rebels seem to have Pest on lock for a while, but all of a sudden they don't. Hungary's combating the pretender rebels there in his land quite well. Did we finally sort this out? It seems like it. I shouldn't have taken that influence. What I was thinking is that we had given so much over to the burgers that I was going to remove it anyway. So if I took the influence from the event, I was going to remove influence from the burgers, but I regret doing it. Because they're royally effed up now. I should have just taken the other penalty of the event. I don't remember what it was. These counting houses are just incredible though. So much production. It's insane. I'm going to produce these buildings, some of which are, we invest in that building and it gives us, some were giving it a 1 ducat per month. These ones are still giving half a ducat per month. Amazing stuff. Yeah, I wish the disputed successions tab was not up so that we could see if we can PU one of these fools. I could be fighting another war at the same time. So let's have a think about it. Truce is not up with the Ottomans, so it's obviously Russia. Russia's the guy. Yep. Let's mobilize our troops and head out to Russia, where Kiev hasn't caught anything in a while. He's got that 6, so hopefully, apparently he's behind in Adventech. Damn, man. But hopefully he can call stuff up nicely. What about Ragusa? Yeah, everybody's behind in Adventech because how we're feeding them, but it doesn't seem quite right. I bet they spend it inefficiently when they're a subject like that. And Venice no longer exists. Let's go make sure we've taken him out here nicely. There's innumerable things that I wish to state up, but I think I should state up this one, which I can't until we've caught it up. I should state up this one to convert it out to our religion and sort out the culture situation. And yeah, 3 more separatism here remaining, then we can hand those provinces off and then no longer actually be using a state there. Okay, so is there anything we should do while we're at peace before we go back in against Russia? Damn, dude, this morning my brain it's just not quick, guys. It's just not onto it this morning. Stumbling about, thinking about things slowly. I don't see any harm in declaring war on Tunis as well. Where's my navy at? Let's just go here and be poised and ready to go into Tunis. I'm going to do Russia and Tunis simultaneously. While we're at peace, hand that off to Greece. How about that? While we're at peace, hand that off to Greece. Nice. Yep, that looks good. Russia's at war, so he's obviously maintaining his stuff. So that's not a... Getting the jump on him, it should not be a concern of ours. So let's go. He's allied to Japan and that dude, which are going to increase his enthusiasm a lot, but what can you do? Now, both the Crimea and Savoy are happy with us enough to give us a royal marriage whenever we want it. And these light ships, let's go protect trade in the English Channel while we can. And I want both more heavies and more lights, it looks like. You know, it's pretty trivial at this stage, but the more control we have on the English Channel, the more England doesn't make money there as well. So it's a double whammy. But I mean, as if it matters, he's absolutely ridiculously rich, quite frankly. Speaking of rich, we need to make sure we have a huge amount of cash to accept this as soon as we're able to accept the Enlightenment. So that's something I should take into consideration. I need more points as well. We're not going to be developing anytime soon, so I might as well get rid of this modifier here. And Brittany is losing prestige at an astonishing rate. I don't really know what to do about that. Inflation is at 0 due to that advisor. That's good. Apparently, this advisor is cheaper than the others, so let's just roll with him for now. Yeah, we got to be saving up some cash here. That's a concern. My lack of cash is a concern. It's going to be a while before the Enlightenment spreads, and therefore we can accept it, but we got to make sure that we have enough. You know what, with that in mind, I should probably just invest money to make money. Let's do a little bit more of those. Production's almost 300 per month, that's crazy. I don't think we're going to be taking up ever again, guys, until we've got the Enlightenment. Our points are going to go towards developing. I'm just sad about this. You know, at this point, I'd be content with the non-negative 10 development cost modifier, I suppose. Just not having that would suffice. Well, this guy's got no fort levels. Let's quickly go piece him out. That'd be a good call, because against Russia, we're trying to take as much of the Russian clay as possible here. And that includes Perm. It's basically the entirety of Europe. So we'd be looking at 100%, which means Japan's an issue. Something like that, which is quite nice and satisfying, but there's more to go, much more to go. In fact, we have to deal with the Timurids, I just realized. Or do we? I'm thinking about the culture. No, this is Asia. No, we don't. This is Europe, this is Asia. So culture-wise, we might have to give the Crimea Empire government rank. As I'm assuming we're gonna PU him. Let's hope so. But yeah, coalition grows, and apparently we need to basically 100% Russia. This is awkward. It's gonna take a long ass time to pull that off. Especially because he's got some forts way out here. So rather than go way out here, I'm going to just siege everything down. Good old fun times. Most of his troops are out in Asia, I believe. Nice. Spain won that battle just before they reinforced. Yeah, we're not taking up anytime soon, but I appear to be ahead in military tech. Fantastic. So that makes my life easy in that regard. We're so far ahead in tech that it's not that much of an issue. I wish you could just give money to their states or something to appease them, or short term, you know, how when you appease them via an event, the event tapers off anyway, and then they're not happy again. But I still find it a bit tedious. I always found it tedious, and they changed it to make it more simplistic. And since the change, I honestly don't find it that much better. I never really complained about it in the first place, but apparently the community thinks it's tedious. Well, I never really complained about it, but I still feel like it's quite tedious. Especially because I'm not sure if you guys have noticed, but they make it so like your influence on your nobility sometimes is 80 or more at the beginning of the game. And so you take a general, which everybody's become kind of accustomed to, and you're at 100 influence. And then you need to sort the estates out. It's like, it's a bit weird. They're like, hey, we made the estates way easier to manage, but you know, by making it so that you need to only worry about being at 100%, but we made it so you're going to be at 100% very often. It's just a bit weird. I mean, I wouldn't debate that it is not easier. It is. It just still remains a little bit tedious in my opinion, but I don't mind. I don't mind overall. It's fine. I never thought it was a huge issue. Okay, this guy is going to get done for quite easily. Maybe we should just keep him for the war score that he's providing. Man, so Hungary is not free. That's depressing, Hungary. I'm not impressed. I might just keep this guy for the war score that he's providing instead of peace him out. You know what? This might be our opportunity to actually release Georgia. I can't core this stuff though. What if I did that? I think Georgia would be Orthodox if we did that, and then I can diplo-vassalize them. I think that's what we're going to do. I'm going to release Georgia. Oh man, I'm so reckless over here. But we just crushed him anyway, lol. Get wrecked. Outnumbered like 2 to 1, no big deal. So, Ragusa, everything's stabling up nicely. Ragusa didn't really have any revolts. Nice. Just hoping, trading in coal. Okay. 20%, 10% goods produced modifier. That's a dang good modifier. Nice. That's going to help us economically. Look at that. 326 after building many of those buildings. Nice, lads. Now, any of our subjects that we love and adore, if we're not doing anything with our diplomats, I might as well just casually improve relations with them. Just casually do it. Obviously, I'm not being perfectly efficient with the sieging down of Russia, guys. I'm a little bit concerned that random stacks will come out of the blue and own my 5Ks, which will make it really tedious. Woohoo! 5 number of states. More states. Now we can state up a bunch of stuff, which is a good thing to do if I'm not taking up. Okay, we already scared him off of that, so I'm going to go to the next fort. Yeah, we have to sort out the Caucasus as well, guys, and Georgia's going to be my solution for that, or at least that's the idea. But that's yet another nation that we need to PU before the end of the game. And we're getting nearer and nearer to the end of the game, so not ideal. Alright, he wants peace. Let's see. I just want to release Georgia, mate. It's not that big of a deal. There we go. Now, I'm hoping that they're Orthodox, despite... crap. Does he have cores removed? He does. He's missing 2 cores, so yeah, that's why. It's actually 3 and 3. 3 Orthodox, 3 Sunni, and he kept Sunni. Rip. Okay, but we can diplo-vassalize him. It just means he's going to be a little bit more pissed with us. So obviously there, we're going to diplo-vassalize him, and then put our dynasty on his throne. Brittany's, yeah, dropping below in terms of prestige, which is issue for Empire government rank. That's annoying. So with Russia here, guys, I might just break his alliance with Japan. That's what's providing him a ton of enthusiasm. And then kind of just take what I can. I'll wait till he becomes really unhappy with his enthusiasm here, because his war attrition's shooting up, as you can see. And then yeah, I'll basically peace him out, and that will be that. That will also be the end of this episode. It should not take long to be able to take that peace offer, in my opinion. Especially if we can catch some of these troops out over here. And stickity stack wipe him, which we seem pretty good at doing. Tunis is raiding us, so the sooner we get rid of him, the sooner we no longer have to deal with any raid in action. Enlightenment is yet to spread from any area that we've forced it to pop into. Ah, the British. Lucky guys. I guess their dev is so high in so many provinces, and they probably pushed it a little bit more. that they have it. Lucky bastards. But yeah, our light ships are definitely having an effect there. And trade is going up dramatically as well. That's what we all expected. So the Navy's a pretty good investment, it looks like. I think this guy will get caught if we force march. Either way, he's done. Yep, he's going to be in trouble there for sure. Oh, the Russians are coming out here though to whoop Kiev's butt. Okay, there we go. He's low enthusiasm. I might just peace out before he engages. Nice, and I'll sort this out by handing it off to Kiev next episode. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching. We're definitely taking over all of Europe as far as I'm concerned at a pretty rapid rate, and I'm enjoying myself, so that's cool. I'll see you in the next episode.